Hello, I'm John Proxy on channel John and Last. I'm having a Wilson's Heart adventure, and this is a bonus episode. Basically, I've got this bloody newspaper here. It's full of writing, and I figure, look, there's writing on the front and the back, and I figure if it's here for a reason. So this entire episode is going to be me reading the rest of this newspaper. So if you don't care about the newspaper, skip until the next episode. So where were we? Well, we didn't even finish reading about the circus. So yes, because I was off the page, and it became a little bit awkward to read. So let us continue. So yes, officials have said they have new leads in the unsolved Birmingham circus disaster. That's where we were. So smoke from the fire was spotted in the early morning by locals. Fire engines and ambulances were dispatched, and there were no survivors and that's too difficult to read. The fairgrounds were something. Charred tents, bodies, and I'm gonna have to hold this in such a way that I can read this. Okay, the fairgrounds were a twisted mess of broken and charred tents, bodies, and debris. The massive carcasses of fallen elephants, big cats, and other exotic beasts littered the grounds. Some of the creatures escaped to the surrounding countryside and were captured or killed later. It is speculated that a fire erupted in the early hours of the morning and caught the victims unaware while they were sleeping. The majority of the bodies were never identified, as the workers came from travelling gypsy circus groups run by the Bossville family. The family has a long history in the circus and entertainment industry reaching back generations. Continue, page 17. Okay. Hunger, misery, and death in Karelia. Earlier this year, President Truman asked Americans to help starving Europeans by cutting back on the use of grain. In May, the Truman Doctrine went into effect, giving assistance to help rebuild Greece and Turkey after the devastation caused by the retreating rebel forces. In June, Secretary of State Marshall outlined the Marshall Plan, which provided $13 billion to European economies for reconstruction. Despite our great strides forwards in assisting reconstruction, still others need our aid. It has come to light that behind the Iron Curtain, the country of Karelia is in the middle of terrible famine as a result of the war and brutal dominion practices. Sorry about that. This is actually really hurting my arm, holding it up like this. Where were we? Also, my thing's getting steamed up. During the war, Karelia's infrastructure was almost completely destroyed. Thousands of villages, collective farms, and economic councils and machine tractor stations were ruined. They were ruined! There were not enough men to work the farms because so many died during the war. Others have chosen not to return to their farms. Severe drought last year in the Karelia, Moldavia, and parts of the Russia have also contributed to the famine. The main cause of the famine in Karelia is the confiscation of grain by the UFPP. Continued on page 33. And finally, it's not finally, we've got the entire other side, which I may have to put down because holding it like this is, it's not going to let me hold it like that, is it? Can I put it down like that and read it? No. Okay, so the highest level of sunspots in history. Scientists are baffled at the profusion of sunspots in recent months, which are the highest level ever recorded by the Zurich Sunspot Classification. Dr. Evan McGregor. See, for a brief second I thought they can't even see my face. There's a newspaper in the way. Like, oh no, I'm an idiot. Hang on, let's stand there. I'm just going to reset where I'm standing. Okay, whatever. Where was I? Dr. Evan McGregor of the Hopkins Observatory in Massachusetts, I can't pronounce that, sorry, exclaims, oh my word, he can hold it with both hands. That sort of helps, I'm going to be honest. Oh god, no, oh. Yeah, the sun he exclaims, this behaviour is most unusual. It is known that the sunspot occurrence rises and falls in accordance with a cycle lasting approximately 11 years. The sun fluctuates between a period of calm with very few sunspots to a period of great activity. There is considerable variance of sunspots within each cycle. However, what we are seeing now is an unprecedented level of activity. In addition to the unusually high number of sunspots, the largest ever was recorded on March 29th of this year. It was measured at 14 times the Earth's size and is called the Great Sunspot of 1947. The long-term effects of these outstanding phenomena are unknown. Sunspots are caused by intense magnetic activity, which often results in solar flares and prominences. Where material from the sun is ejected into space, sunspots are known to affect meteorological conditions and disrupt radio and television receptions. September 1959, a powerful solar flare led to the Carrington event, which impeded telegraph service and created aurora as far south. Continued on page 13. Okay, there is another side, but I can't really easily read this without going like that, and that's really uncomfortable. So I'm gonna guess, how long is this actually taking me to do? About 5 minutes, hang on. Which isn't too long, but I still think it's worth doing as a separate episode. So let's just read, let's see what's readable. Like, I can't really hold it. Oh, damn, it does not appreciate doing that. So, forest fire, yeah, he's doing weird things with his arms to read that. So, forest fires claim 15 rebel war criminals in South America. Truman orders strikers back to work. And hunger, misery, and death in Karelia. So that is... I'm going to put that down, I think. Unless I can find a way to easily read that. Oh, hang on. I'm not seeing an easy way to read the back. So I guess that I don't read the back. Right, because the game hasn't provided me a decent way. So I'm going to let you go. This was always just an episode to read the newspaper. So I've been John Proxy. I've been having Wilson's Heart Adventure. And this was a little bonus episode. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.